Hello, my name is Brett Harris. So just recently, I just received the new Godox X3 trigger. In other words, also named X Nano. This is also the S series, the one that I pre-ordered. So I only got it a few days ago. So when I first saw this released, I was fascinated not just by its size, but now it's got features like, say, a mobile phone. And it's done away with a lot of buttons. I thought that was really cool, and I was really keen to try it out and see it would be better than the say the X Pro series. So, but anyhow, I have played with this for the last couple of days and put it through some paces. So far, I'm loving it better than the older triggers. And anyhow, but this is not a review. This is just a bit of a talk, show and tell sort of thing. Show others that haven't got one yet, or they're thinking about getting it, see if it's going to suit them. So right now I will just unbox, well, not unbox, I'll just take it out of its nice little case that it comes with. By the way, if you're wondering what the box actually came in, there's the box. So nice little box there, and not much in it, just some paperwork, a USB-C to USB-A or USB for obviously powering up the device through USB-C and firmware update. So nice little box, not much to see in it. Yeah, so okay, getting it out of its nice little case, all lined in there, nice soft leathery sort of velvet sort of casing inside, scratch proof, and it's pretty well padded, so you know it's going to be very protected. Okay, we'll put this over here. So yeah, here we have it. It's a little tiny thing. You can actually see how big it is in my hand, and yeah, I do like the small form factor that it is. Pretty small and light, compact. So we're just going to turn it on here, and when we turn it on, you'll notice how quick it actually starts up. Press the button, and yeah, pretty less than 2 seconds, or second and a half starting time. Before I go any further, I just want to show you a few things of the features and the. So you got a dial up here. I call it the crown, and that crown can be turned. As you can see, what it's doing there, and if I press on it, it'll select. Actually, that didn't work pretty well, but you can see it's selected, or you can unselect it and then go back out to there. That's the power on and the menu button, and then you got a trigger to the actual trigger the flashes. With a light stand, if you use this to test your lights, I would have liked to see sort of some sort of light up in here to indicate that you just press the flash button for testing. So that would have been a bit handy. But I suppose it being a a small device, internal battery. They've got to conserve some power and so forth. Down at the bottom here, you've got the USB-C, obviously for powering up the battery and doing firmware updates. Then we've got a little button down here to undo your taking off the on and off the hot shoe. So just like that, press the button and you can see it has a steel hot shoe plate underneath. So no plastic. The construction is pretty good, well made. It's stiff. It's got a better way to be much stronger on the hot shoe. So there's really no chance for it breaking, only just here where the groin is. There's a bit of a gap between the hot shoe to the top of the plastic there. But there's no lockdown, it's just these little two pins underneath. That lockdown is the hot shoe when that button is not pushed in. So anyhow, that's pretty much what it looks like on the outside. First time you fire it up, this is what you're going to get. It's going to bring up where you press this button and you'll go to all of these here that has the groups A, B, C, D and F. These sort of buttons, and we're going to select A from there, and then we swipe out, and now you see on the screen now we're on the group A channel, or the group A, and from there we click on that again. This way we can power up the flash up or down. It's got a negative and a plus. So if we hit that, and you can see we are now going up in power. And if you hold on the line down the bottom here, hold it, and then you can slide like a slider, and you can move up and down in your power. So that's really good. And then once again, about the crown, I can select that, and when it's yellow, you know it's selected, and then you can turn the crown up and down. So you've got three choices, which way you like to do it. This way, if you do it on the crown, you've got a bit more control to get exactly a third of a stop, or you know, half a stop, or whatever, stuff like that. If you want that finer detail control. Next one, I can use this crown to select M, then I can go press that again, and now on TTL. So, or you can just do it by hand, just touching. I would actually prefer just touching it. It's much quicker than turning it, pressing the crown in and turning the dial. So this other button here is on the pause button. This actually turns it off. So instead of turning the whole thing off, you just pause the button on that channel. We'll swipe back out and you can see it's off. So yeah, and that's very handy, because that way when you got your multiple channels, so if we add another two groups, and here they are, and now you've got 3 groups showing, and now you can actually go into each group itself, adjust your powers and pause it, or change from TTL manual or vice versa. So we're going to go back out of that, and we're going to swipe down. This is still in Chinese at the moment, so I've got to set the English to English. Before we go into that, yeah, we've got up the very top here. This one is actually for your sound, your beeps on your speed lights, and obviously strobes. So, and not only that, it tell you when the beep would tell you that it's ready to fire again. It probably on some the strobes, it'll let you know when you actually change the power up and down. Beep, beep, beep. Over here we got the modelling light for those strobes that have a modelling light on them. We can turn that on and off from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the settings, a little cog wheel down on this corner. We're going to hit that, and when we go into the manual, that page, we'll go right down to the bottom till we see the globe, and now we can select English from there, and we'll swipe out again. So now everything is in English. So that's very easy to understand. So if you accidentally hit another language, you'll see the globe and you'll know that's where you go in till you see the word English, and that's the better way. And then you'll know how to get back into English. We're going to set this, what I want to do is screen time. We're going to set this down to, say, minute. Swipe out. Because that's the that was the triggered distance. So that's actually for when you're shooting. You got the camera more than 0 to 30 meters to 100 to 1 to 100 meters. So I always leave it in that. We're going to go into the wireless now. Now you can scan the channels to get a better signal when it scans, and it'll give you the best channels that you can select. And what we can do here, I'm going to set mine to 1, I think it is. And I'm not going to worry about the ID. IDs, if you've got you're in an environment and you know that you've got other photographers that are using the same system and that, and they'll set that to a different ID. So, and then we get out of that. Then we've got sync. So you can select front sync and high speed sync. We can go over that. I think we already did that. Audio, I'm going to leave that go for 90 minutes at the moment. So the screen's not going to black out on me and keep having to touch the screen and light it up. Setup. Now here's the interesting part that I like. This is just so easy and simple to set this up compared to, say, the X-Globe trigger and all that. Yeah, sometimes it's not that hard, but it gets confusing a lot of times. But anyhow, I'm going to go back into that settings. Where was I? Setup. Instead of using the traditional 128 and first increasement stops, I'm going to go scroll up till I get this one here where it's 3.0 and the step is 0.3. I like this feature because it reminds me of the Westcott. Is it Westcott? No, Profoto style. So that is a better set. I like that better. So if I go back in here, and now you'll see it's set at 7.3. So you'll go all the way down to 3.0, and then we can slide that all the way full power. Hang on. Whoa, go back into that. and we can all slide that right up to 10, and that's full power. So easy as that. And then if you notice here, we can turn on the modelling lamp from here. So we're not going to use that at the moment, so we go out of that. Now the next thing, that's pretty much it. Then you got the other thing, you got your multi-channel. I'm not going to go into that, I don't use that very much. Only when you really need to go into that is when you're caching multiple exposures and stop freeze motions like a ballot dancer jumping across the screen and so forth. So that's good to have that. The only thing this does not have is Bluetooth. I think that's something that would be beneficial. So you can use an app on the phone maybe or something like that. But I'm not sure if they have the Bluetooth built into this, the hardware. So maybe the second version of this may have, they might put Bluetooth in it. But so far I'm loving this because it's just so simple to set up, so much easier to just navigate through it and get where you need to really quick. So anyhow, we're going to go out of that, swipe out of that, and I just lock the screen. So you saw that I accidentally locked the screen, and just, if you do lock the screen, just hold on the padlock for 2 seconds and it'll go out. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to set that back down about mid-power. I'm going to bring my my V860 Series 2. I'm not sure I'm getting focus in here. Not really. Here we are. Yeah. So we're going to turn this on, and the first thing is power pretty much straight up. We're in TTL mode and wireless. So, and we're set to Group A, and I think we're on channel 1. Yes, we are. So we're just going to bring this up, and we're already set to channel 1 up here, and we're in Group A, which tells us here. And what we're going to do is hold these both together like that, and let's test it. See if it fires. Bingo, straight up. Now what we can do is we can hold like that up, and then we press the power up, and you can see, I don't know if you really can see it, but it is actually changing the ratio of the power up and down. So that works really good. And if we go to TTL and then switch this, hit this test button, because it's still saying it's manual. This focus is going out, and I'm not really getting good focus with the Zolder lens I'm using. You can see it's still manual. If I do a test, now it reads down the bottom here, or at the top, it says TTL. And then down the bottom here, it says Sony. So if I press the manual again, now it's gone back to manual up here. So I love this idea that if you're doing a shoot, like a modelling shoot or something like that, and you're out on location, and instead of just going manual straight up on your flash or your strobes, I love just going TTL. If your strobe has TTL, mine doesn't. My old AD600 doesn't have TTL, so with that I would have to start from middle power and work from there. But when you've got a strobe like this, a speed light, you can just go in TTL, fire your shot, right? So do a test, fire the shot, and then when you look at your image that you just fired, if it's pretty close, spot on where you need, if the lighting is really good or not, and you're happy with it, all you got to do is press M, and it goes into manual, and then when from there it'll actually transfer the power ratio that the last shot was done, sets it into manual and locks it there. If you need to add a bit more power by third stops, whatever that you've got it set, then you can go in here and just go hit the plus or the minus and bring it down and adjust the light more finely from there. So yeah, that's pretty handy. I was going to turn this one off, and I'm going to bring up another old strobe that a lot of people will probably know this strobe. We got the old AD 360. I got it powered up on its external power pack, PL 960. I'm just going to turn that on. Now, a lot of people would not ever use this anymore because they're very big. You can see how big this is compared to a speed light. So, but I use this very often. It either as a kicker light or a side light, and sometimes if I need something more light and smaller than say 8600, I would use this for a key light. It's got a lot of power in it, and very handy. Now this one is also set up in manual, so I think I can just that's pretty much working straight off, just the way that is. So, but I can add, instead of having, if I'm actually using that, I keep that on, say I might use that on group B and select that, put it in group D and put this in group A. As you can see, when I fired that test shot, it actually changed the power setting, and you'll see the old setting is 116 power plus 7. So, and when you read on here, it's actually 6.7 because I changed that to a more simple readout. So going from 3 to 10, it's much easier. In my mind, that's, yeah, much easier than just talking in terms of 1/16 and so forth. But you won't get that on these newer sort of thingos, but you get the idea. And I like it. I like that idea. So anyhow, this will do high-speed sync as well, but when you get a high-speed sync on this, doesn't mean this will fire on high-speed sync. To do that, I need to press these two buttons together. And now when you get the H symbol comes up, now it's gone to high-speed sync, and you'll notice that the power just sort of dropped. It's gone up to a higher power. It can't go below 1/8 power. It can go up much higher. If I change this over, and you can see now it's gone up to full power. Every little beep tells me I'm just adjusting it and confirming I voltage power. So, and test stop. So that's net high speed sync. So when you're using something like this on older generation Glorox gear, you would need something like this trigger here, receiver. This is the XTR16. You need this one to talk to the U generation triggers. So, and even this trigger here. So you need that other trigger to talk to the newer ones as well. So I'll turn, battery's gone flat, I think, on that one. But anyhow, you can see the big difference between these two. And anybody that's not sure what this is the X-Pro. And you can see the huge difference in these two triggers and size. So I prefer this over this one. I can see the screen much better in that than this one here. Like I said, I've got a dead battery in that one. So, but anyhow, I save much more time just going straight in to what I need to get to on that one than I would need to say, oh, press any of these buttons here and go into this, change that one, that, you know, so forth. People who know that have used these, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go into the details and so forth. I know what I'm talking about, but I'm just trying to get through this video really quick. So anyhow, and just one more thing, here's the X1 trigger. This is an older again. It's one of the first triggers that ever came. I think it was one of the first triggers that came out. But anyhow, I usually use this one in studio because that has got this extra hot screw that I can connect another trigger that controls my DB400 AC studio strobes, and I can put the trigger on that, and I can still control my other strobes and my studio strobes in with this as well as another trigger at the same time. So, but that's generally just my studio one or a spare one that I need if I don't have batteries if this one dies, whatever. But they're generally, the X-Pro is my go-to. But now that I got this one now, well, that is my go-to. I do love this. It's much smaller, compact. The screen is easy to use. You've got 3 different ways to select your features, your menu. If I scroll down, you can scroll to the next group B, depending on what other channels you got selected, or go press on this side and you got all of that. It's just so easy. Swipe out, and there you have it. So what more can you ask for? So as in battery, if people are wondering about the battery life in this, well, Standby is saying 7 days. I'm not quite sure how long it would last for a whole day, but I know I've been using this on and off for the last couple of days. I've lost one bar up the top. When I got this brand new out of the box, it was already fully charged. But I do know that the charging time to 0 to 100%, what was it? It was 2 hours, I think. Yeah, it was around about 2 hours or an hour. So, but other than that, what I hear about battery lasting, it does last quite a long time. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about that because I don't do whole days, full day shoots and stuff like that. So, I think I'll be pretty much safe with this trigger. One more thing before I go somewhere and finish this video off, I'll grab a camera and I'll show you what it's like to whack it on the hot shoe, and there you have it. It's that easy, and there's no twist thing like this one where you got to twist it and lock it, and the other lever, cantilever, the Ewer, what was it, the Ewer X Pro ones, this one still has a twist on it, but the other one has a twist. I think this is the way to go. There's a button to unlock it, slide it out, and much easier. Smaller footprint, less bulky, that's sitting on the top. Yeah, so I'd rather this any day. So anyhow, look, I'm not a reviewer. I don't sort of do these videos very often, and yeah, so I thought I'll give it a go and do a little video and put something together for people to have a look of the X3. This is S for Sony, by the way, guys. So you can get it for Nikon and Canon, Fuji, Panasonic, and whatever other brand you have got. So that is what it's all about. And anyway, I hope this was helpful for you to get some more insight and my thoughts about it. Is this something that you would try to buy and use it for yourself? Would it make your job much easier? Let me know. Anyhow, have a good day.